sure everything is straight. It's straight before I get started. Oh, dang, that tape stick good right there. What's up with it, y'all? I was one of them out days today. One of them out days. I was down. I was down. I was knocked all the way out. But when I woke up, I wanted to come and talk about this. What's up with it, Con Milan? I'm about to open up that Discord, Con, because this is one of them topics I kind of wanted to like touch bases on, man. Cause your spirits and entities, gods or demons. Like, are they spirits or are they entities? Are they gods or are they demons? And like that's one thing that I went through in the early stages of my journeys was being told that the things that I was seeing was demons. And I always thought demons was like supposed to harm you. I never thought, demons would like, give you information, show you different stuff. And I thought they were supposed to, be more trying to harm you. It like, and it's kind of weird because, the people that tell you what it is, they be trying to harm you more than anything. So it's like, you like, they the ones be going off about either or which is which. But it's like, I don't know, bro. It's kind of far out, because you have these journeys and you see all these different spirits or entities or gods or demons, and everybody judge them for one or the other. They pick one of these things and they put it on that thing that you're seeing. So if you was to dive in and you see Anubis, they'll go, well, those are the jinn. And then you go look up the jinn, and it's like, wait, the jinn is something that's, not good. It's kind of weird because I've never had an experience that was like, that misled me to make me be a bad person or, I never had an experience like that. So it like makes it kind of weird because it's going, are these demons that we seeing? Like, could they be demons? And if they demons, are they the good demons? Are they the demons that's trying to change their life? You feel me? Because they know, what's going to happen or something. But I don't know. But this is something I just kind of wanted to talk about and like touch bases, get everybody thoughts on. And then, we can kind of dive in and talk about that. This will be I think a good topic because coming up, when you were told about demons, like it was scary, bro. Like coming up and like they telling you God is this, but you got to watch out for the demons and the devil, and the devil is creating these demons, and then these demons is out there taking people out. These demons are out there doing all these different things. Like them are all the stories I ever heard about demons. Like before I even got up to even knowing an entity or a spirit. Like before I even heard those, it was gods and demons. And then it was like when you put the name spirit or entities, it put a whole different perspective on it. It didn't, you didn't see it like I didn't see it as anything bad. Like, you feel me? But when you put the demon on it, it's like you be kind of spooked like a demon. Don't nobody want to see demons. Planning on diving in on Mushies again. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it'll take you back. It'll take all these different characters. And it's wild because depending on what character you believe, it like kind of helps shapes your reality and the way you look at things. It shapes the evil and the good within life in reality that you seeing. So it's like kind of trippy, bro. So it's like you got to almost be careful because even if you throw the gods and demons on there, when you demonize something, it becomes so wicked. Like when I hear people talk about, these actors or these singers or rappers doing these shows, and then they go, well, it was demonized, they had all this, these satanic symbols and satanic stuff, and it's like going, dang, like it makes it seem like it's scary, like almost like these ones that are even using that kind of stuff do this to put a little fear in you. It ain't like people stop listening to their music. They just go, oh, it's demonized, I ain't listening to them. And it's like, bro, I think it goes way further than that though. It's not, I don't think it's what we think it is. It's almost like back in the days when two countries was at war or something, or two tribes, and then you got this tribe over here spreading rumors about theyself, making it seem like yeah, they be tapping into the spirits, and the spirits go and fight they battles. Or they be tapping into monsters, and they start wearing masks before people even had masks. It kind of spooked the other side before people be scared before they even get there. So it's like we get scared of these things because I think we don't realize that, all these things they just part of us. How, I don't know. I don't know what part they're playing, but you know what part they playing, because that part that's telling you to go to say that's evil and put evil on that thing. That's the part. That's that same evil that's existing over there popping into you. This is the same thing. It's like crazy because, we was talking about that earlier, how different people, the way that we view life and the evil that we put on life, and, we say that's bad. Like that badness that we're putting over there is the same badness that's happened that is within us, to where we notice it and we, do that thing to where it's like, bro, it's like the weirdest, it's crazy now. It's like I don't know. But as you go and you start seeing these things, it do kind of make you change your perspective of how you look at life. Not just life, but how you look at people, how you view yourself. Like when you start viewing yourself and you see the evil or the bad aspects of yourself. Like, because we not here to, like, it ain't on me to judge you and what you do. Even though we try that'd be like, one of the things that we just try to do. We try to judge everybody and make it seem like everybody's supposed to be like me. You feel me? It's like, nah, you're not the queen of the colony. Everybody is not. Just because you have an idea of life and you run with it, everybody not supposed to have that. We're all different shapes, sizes. We different colors, different whatever. But I'm just saying, nobody's out there who's actually making, one person that's making the rules saying this is what all people should do. Because even if it was like that, bro, it would be like an ant colony. It would be just like it would be moving like under one rule. Everybody's following one person. And we'll be moving like an ant colony. Nobody will have their own perspective on life or their own definition. What's up with it, Regal? Body jumping. What you mean body jumping? Yeah, if that's what I think it is, yeah, bro. Like, oh my God, I experienced that so many times. Like I done been in like it's weird if you talking about what I think you talking about. I done been in so many different bodies to where you get bits and pieces of that person when you enter that person. Like Shakespeare said, life's a play, huh? And everybody acted, huh? It would be like one nation under a groove. It already is, Regal. It's one nation under a groove. The hats. Some of us being the hats, some being the drums, some of us being the vocals, one nation under a groove, getting down just for the funk of it. That's it. For the funk of it. But that's the thing. People don't want you to do that into another vessel. Awareness expanding into another vessel. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But it's like kind of weird because every time, see, I don't like because it's one time, bro, to where I was deep in the experience, and I was full on this other person, and I'm just going as this other person, bro. I ain't gonna explain that experience again because that shit was trippy. And like I didn't have no recollection of this me right here. I was just coming home, being that other person, walking home with books in my hand. That shit was crazy. And then even when I popped outside and I seen him, I'm like going, how the heck was I in that body? But it's weird, right? Because the way our mind works, and you see how our minds jump from idea to idea to idea. It's almost like those ideas like are kind of like mini lifetimes, mini side games, like side quests, like Khan say. Like I'll be like I was geeking one time and like I'm watching TV and I just turn everything off. I said I'm gonna just trip. I'm gonna turn everything off and I'm gonna just let the experience happen and try to do all this other stuff, control it or whatever I was trying to do. And I'm thinking about something, and then next thing you know, I was this guy riding on this bike, like with somebody else. Say we riding bikes, right? And then we slow down to talk. And that's when we started talking, when the other person said something, like two words of his sentence threw me into another reality where I was somebody else sitting on the bed talking to somebody totally different. And it was like the wildest thing because now me and this person is having conversations after I was just riding the bike conversating with somebody else. And now I'm sitting on the bed. It's not me though. I'm somebody else. I'm this other person. And like from those two words, like say, we go, because once I get home, I want to cook some steak. And then the other person, I'll turn into this other person that in their sentence they were saying cook steak, but in a different reference to something else. Like they're sitting on the bed like cooking steak, yeah, that'll probably be a good idea. And then the other person is like, oh, I was wondering if we could go over here and go and do this because the library is open. And then next thing you know, I'm a person working in the library going, you only can check out books. And it was like kept jumping realities like that. But it was almost like every time it jumped, I was in another person. And I was being another person, and I was being another person, and I was being another person. But if you think about it, this is what our minds is doing anyway, because every idea that was formed in our mind was already thought by somebody else. So all we doing is skipping through other people's ideas of life or ideas of whatever's going on. We're constantly skipping through all these other people's ideas. That's one thing that I like about diving in is the fact every thought that you have, you can see where it came from, that it didn't actually come from you. You got it from somebody else, whether it was your cousin, your brother, your sister, your mom. Every thought that you thinketh came from somebody else. So this is what you're actually doing is you're jumping different people. We're all these people in one. We all these, that's why I be like, dang, when they talk about Legion, I be like, yeah, we are Legion. Because we all these different personalities in one personality. We all these different thoughts, all these different ideas that came from, because any of the ones that we have, they were already here when we got here. We just heard certain people say certain things and we took it and we said, oh, I like that one. I'm gonna use that. It's almost like a saying, like in rap. You feel me? When somebody come out with a dope saying, and then everybody else, you start seeing them put it in their song, and this person to put it in their song, and then it's like that's all life is your life actually is a conglomerate of the best moments and the worst moments of some of the people. Other people to where you took on and you start making those moments your moment. You start making that pain your pain. You started making that happiness your happiness. Like and like it's the weirdest thing, bro. So we an ant colony. Nah, because we don't move like the ants. If we was actually moving like the ants, what's up, nah? If we was actually moving like the ants, bro, we would be all like in sync doing the same thing. The ants don't be getting confused. they don't get confused. You know, they look out for each other and all the other type of stuff like that. The colony looks after the colony in ways that, you know, all of them do it the same. All of them move the same. But it's almost like that's one of the things we want. Like when I hear the stories of how they say everything gonna be ran by the NO, or you know, whoever those people is, the United Nations, you know, the UN. I mean, everything's gonna be ran by the UN. It's gonna be one nation. Everybody's gonna worship one nation. Everybody under one basic nation. And it's like that's what it seems like we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to where we want it to be like that, but we'll be like the ants. If you think about it, we'll be like the ants. We won't be like the people, like how we move now. Like we get like the ants, bro. I think that'll be weird. Let's see, you have to watch. They clear Tyrone on shrooms. Oh yeah, he said that. Yeah, I remember you said you watched that off the bushies. They on Tyrone. I ain't seen it in a long time. Now it make me kind of want to go back and watch it. It make me want to go back and watch it and see it again. I'm going to have to go see it again. You feel me? I got to watch anime tonight. Ain't no school tomorrow for the kids. Blake like, Dad, anime. Anime is trippy. And why every time he showed me anime, they show a naked girl just pop in the scene. And I'm looking at him like, so you want me to watch this with you? Like... Like the other one he had me watching, I forgot what it's called, but it was like the one guy, that's the only way he can get his powers like real strong is if he like, you know, kissed a girl, or, you know, a girl rubbed him or touched him a certain way. And, you know, it's like got to the point to where he like, I'm going to get my strongest. Let me stick my tongue in your ear. It's like, what kind of freaky anime is freaky as hell? I said, anime is freaky. It's good, though. Don't get me wrong. It's good. But I said, hey, like, even when you watch a lot of this stuff, I think it'd be like that. Like, hey, these people be freaky. And some of us is, too. So, I mean, that's just part of it. But I'm just saying, them writing it in the story, that shit be wild when you actually be watching it. You be like, oh, my God, did I just see that? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But what was we talking about before? What was he talking about before? Oh, saying we like a colony. So you saying, wait, is that what you said? So we're an ant colony? That'll be weird, bro, if we was an ant colony. You know, everybody would believe in Jesus. We'll all have the same belief. We'll all move in order to feed the hive, to feed all of us, to feed the next ones coming, the larvae coming, you feel me? Like we'll all, which we kind of do that in a sense, we just kind of chaotic with it. You feel me? Like, I wonder if the ants be getting in fights with each other. And then the queen got to break it up. You feel me? Like, you see, like, everybody going out gathering food, bringing it back, and then then two ants start arguing. Another ant got to break it up. Hey, it's no reason for this. We're all gathering food for the colony. Why are you guys fighting? Well, he tried to skip me in line. Oh, that'd be wild. Yeah, angels and demons. Angels and demons. Yeah, that's just always throw me off, though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The angels and demons things. Because which is which? Because, you know, some people angels be other people's demons and vice versa. Like, that be the wild thing, you know, like, me just remembering coming up, you know, like, as a Jehovah Witness, and it was like, you know, Allah and, you know, all them other gods and, you know, other entities or whatever was out there was just demons. They was demons. It didn't compare to this one right here. Anything outside of it was, like, kind of demonized. And I understand it. Because when you think about it, you know, you got to lock that faith in. It got to be locked in. It got to be some type of mechanism, some type of lock mechanism that is created in order to make you not want to turn away from the faith of this thing right here. And it's like once it's activated, it's hard to kind of get away from it. Once it's activated, it's hard to escape it. You can't escape the belief. Like, after diving in so many times on on psychedelics or whatever, just going in so many times, I go, dang, you get to that point to where, you know, I don't even want to say this. I don't even want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. You get to that point to where you don't believe in God. But I don't know if that's just going too far with it. It's like, is that going too far? And it's like, when you go, you don't believe in God. And it's like, you know, I believe it's a creator, but I don't believe in now human God. I don't care what God. I can't. I don't know how anymore. I can't see it no more. I don't care. And it's, you know, we all have our own idea of what God is. Everybody has their own idea of what God is, and it's not even your idea. It's not even yours. It's one that you put together and created because you gathered all the information, or somebody already gave you the information. They hit you with the program already from the jump. They hit you with the program. That's why people can strap bombs into themselves and run into buildings, because they hit you with the program early. And once they programmed you, dang, bro, that means we just real robots, okay? We are robots because we get programmed. Once you get hit with the program, bro, it's kind of over. It'd be hard to get outside of the program. But then when you start diving in, it breaks the codes. It scrambles all the codes to where that program can't even reach your mind like it used to. You can't hold on to the same belief system that you was having, but you can understand why everybody got it. You know, I can understand why everybody got it, but I can't hold on to it no more for some reason. I can't. I hear everybody talk about it. I hear everybody talk about God, but every time I hear them, I don't even hear them talking about God. I hear them talking about their perspective of who God is, but it don't be God. It might, and maybe it's just a fractal of what God actually is. But it's like, it's the same story. It's the same story when we passing it around and we accepting it, and it's like, you know, it's like kind of wild, because, you know, it's kind of wild. And I don't be wanting to tear into it because I don't be wanting to mess up the system. You know, I ain't trying to corrupt your system. I want you to believe what you need to believe in order to get you where you need to be, wherever you think you're going in life. I need, you know, like, that's it. So a lot of times I won't say it. I'll just keep it to myself, you know, because it's wild. The things that we even pray about, we can be doing good and we'll pray to do better. And then other people out there, why don't we get the prayers to the people that need it? If it's somebody there answering prayers, like, let's give the prayers to the people that actually need it. You feel me? Like, can we do that? Can we give it to the one? Okay, I see you need it more than me. You feel me? But me being selfish, I want to pray for the things that I want. You feel me? Like, and the things that I won't be, oh my God, this be exceeding the expectations of worldly belief or something. I don't know, bro. Our perspective parameter of the definition of that thing may either encase theirs, or their circle might not cross a lot of your circle, like a Venn diagram. Oh, damn, Con, I'm about to have to open up the Discord, because you're going to have to break that down. You're going to have to break that down. Give me a minute. I'm going to open up the Discord, because, yeah. Because you know, yeah, you get to going so far. Like I say, man, you get to going so far. That's why I never could understand, you know, like, even like deep divers, and like still using like that terminology these days. It's like, if you diving deep, you're gonna go beyond your perspective of what you think God is. You're gonna go beyond that, and you're gonna find out that, you know, it can't be no God, because God is everything. Like, it's already everything. Like, we're inside it. Everything is inside it. Whatever it is, that thing is, it is everything. So you can't, like Exile said, you can't really box it up and put it in a box and say that it's doing this, because it's already gave you the power to do everything. It gave you the power to help yourself. It gave you the power to do things for yourself in order to feel like you better in yourself. So it don't have to do anything. So it's like, it's kind of weird, bro. Like we pray to get this job tomorrow. We pray to that we in good health. We pray for like all the things I think we pray for are selfish. I don't I'm just saying it. Every time you pray, you pray to destroy other people. I pray this motherfucker do not get in my way. You feel me, God? I hope you just knock him down real fast and get him out my way in order so I can continue doing what I'm doing. You feel me? Like it's weird, bro. Like that's why I always go back to God is like the person. That's why I see God as the person, because the person is deciding what God does, and the person only decides what God does off of their system, off of what they were programmed with. You feel me? Whether I don't care if we even rerouted our program to be something else. You feel me? It's still our program. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. But since Exile believe it too, that make me right. Since he believe it, and then I got a whole sect back here called Christianity, or I got a whole sect called, Muslim. We all believe it. So that makes it true. And it's like, bro, I don't believe that shit no more. I don't. Man wrote everything in order to keep us in the bind, to keep us in the trap, to keep us in the loop, to keep having the dragon chasing its tail. You be chasing it forever. You'll never find it because you are already it. So it's like weird, bro. It's like weird. So I don't know now. I don't know. But I'm not accepting, but I do at the same time. And no, I don't. See, that be the thing, because people, whenever I say that, people be like, man, that it is a God. You gotta know that it's a God. And it's like, come on now. Oh, it's your God. No, it's not. It probably ain't though. It probably ain't. It's like, cause we can go in depth about it, but we'd be going on and on about that situation. Wait, we seem to be cells in the body of God. Yeah, something like that, because like at times I'll be thinking what this thing is some type of giant organism, because it's living. It's a living being. But what it is, we can't fathom it because we like flesh. You feel me? So we can't fathom like the extent of what a planet is, what it takes to be a planet. Like, which we see it in the body. It's like the same thing happened in the body, but still though, like a planet, bro, like a planet, like you floating around, like really you got all these things living on you. You feel me? It's like that thing right there, bro. That thing is huger than huge. It's huge. There's nothing here that can't swallow us up. Like we ain't nothing. That's why I don't get it. Like that. I think that's the part that I don't get, because I think everybody wants their whoever they are to be saved in a way that when they leave, it meant something. But we don't understand that when you leave, the same thoughts and the same ideas and the same whatever it was, that same energy is still out there getting replayed, remanufactured, made in a different way, changing from a white tape to a CD, changing from a VCR tape to a DVD. You feel me? And then so on to where now it's like, yeah, like I ain't even. Somebody tried to give me a CD. I started laughing. I said, I ain't played the CD in the car in like 10 years. I ain't played the DVD in like 15 years. So it's like, but things are changing constantly. It's important to remember that the conscious expansion process is the reverse of the birth process. Oh, is it? So it's like almost dumbing yourself down. It's like dumbing your. Oh, I'm about to open up Discord, bro. I gotta open up Discord now. I know you in there, Exile. I know you in there. I'm like going. You wait. Hold on. You got to break that down a little bit more for me. Yeah, there you go. You in there too. Now you got to break that down, Exile.
So, oh yeah, this is an excerpt from the Book of the Dead.
Uh huh.
The psychedelic experience was written by some guys at Harvard that were giving out entheogens in the 60s,
Yeah.
and they took the psychedelic or the they took the Tibetan Book of the Dead, which is actually comes from the Kemetic or the Egyptian opening of the mouth ceremony,
Yeah.
and they wrote this handbook to give out to people. It's called the Psychedelic Experience. I would advise deep divers to just take a look at this to see, what has been written already. But yeah, it says it is important to remember that the conscious expansion process is the reverse of the birth process. Birth beginning at the beginning of the game life, and ego loss experience being a temporary ending of the game life. But in both, there is a passing from one state of consciousness to another. And just as an infant must wake up and learn from the experience of the nature of this world, so likewise a person at the moment of consciousness expansion must wake up in this brilliant new world and become familiar with its own peculiar conditions. So it's a sense of dying to your old self, a dying to what you thought was true, and it, it might be called a rebirth, and instead of saying
Yeah.
reverse.
And I think that it's crazy that you say that, Exile, because like whenever it was like a ego death or me like letting go of a system or like an idea or understanding that I had, it always felt like death because it felt like I was killing like the old me was dying off, but the and like it didn't want to. Like that's why
Right.
and it's like I fought it. I fought it because I wanted to, I felt like, the whole time of me living, my thing I used to always say was, you feel me, same shit, different toilet, but or I've been the same since '88.
Right.
And you try to hold on to that old you or that you that you think you are, and you don't let it go. So it'd be like you literally dying.
Yeah. Liberation is the nervous system devoid of mental conceptual activity. Sometimes we hold on to those thoughts that we have picked up from others, the thoughts that we think, the things that we think we are true. But letting that go in a way, in a forceful surrender, you're actually, opening your hand and dropping it or shedding your skin in a way. You're not holding on to anything now. I have nothing to hold on but what is actually self organized within this consciousness to actually exist at all, which would be freedom or liberation. Mukti. I've got no strings on me. Right. Right. Expectations. I want happiness. Well, I is individualizing yourself separate than everything else. Wanting is a desire that you're placing above or below or something that you don't have. It's a sense of lack. I want. And happiness is so it's just a verb. This being, happiness is a state of being, right? So delete those first two words, I want, and now you just have happiness. And now there's just, the simple consciousness of being. Test, test. 1, 2. Yes, sir.
Yeah, saying this. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks. Yeah, but yeah, that happened to me like many a times, like coming back and like have to like looking at everything and like not knowing who I was, where I was, or what was going on. And it's wild because it's almost like it remind me of a car like back in the days, you know, Exile. Remember the older cars when your engine wouldn't start, you just put a little gas in the carburetor and then it'll start right up.
Right.
So that's how it used to be. Like I'll look around at everything trying to wonder where the heck I'm at, and it'll be one thing I'll see, I'll notice, and it'll start back downloading. And it's like, oh yeah, okay, that's a TV. Oh, that's a clock. Oh, that's this. Oh, that's this. And it'll start back downloading. It's like the reboot. The computer, huh? With the computer and all the little symbols start popping back up later. You feel me? And take a minute, then they all pop in. They got to do all this other stuff before it come back all the way online. But yeah, many a times.
Reboot.
Yeah, reboot. But okay, but what you think about gods or demons though, Exile?
That's a level that we can experience from going to the oneness and then stepping down or taking another step into the realm of causality, cause and effect, where things can be considered harmful or helpful.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, to where yeah. And yeah, that's the same energy, huh?
It's the same energy working in different ways from based on your perspective. Now, yes, if I, in a drastic sense, if I take a knife and then start cutting my body, there's effects to that. So we can see that there's a general, or mm, yeah, general is a good word, a general cause and effect to the actions which we display, which can be, you know, you can distill it down to a frequency or a sound vibration as well. Some sounds have been shown to actually cause nausea or cause happiness, or so with our current modern science and the yogis and ancient people have known these things for a long time. That's why they're on the temples, and I think it's just in the realm of causality, you can get these quote two sides, duality, but they're actually working together to make everything happen.
Yeah.
Uh, if my body didn't die, if if parts of me weren't dying all the time, then I would be super huge. My skin cells die, my blood cells die. So there's a part of this diminishing, which is actually beneficial or needed in this uh, realm or universe.
Yeah, or universe. Groucho said, this current ego self is like a suit for a true God self to experience itself and to know itself. Yeah, see, that's the one thing I be thinking, right? But ain't that no matter what form it come in? Like no matter what form it take, whether it take a goat, a sheep, a cow, like to know itself as whatever form it's in. And what seems far fetched because to come like say if the God thing, okay, said, okay, I'm okay, human is the only form I'm gonna take, but I'm gonna create and let all these other forms happen and it just be human. That's I don't know if that will be getting the full potential of everything. It would just kind of get the human aspect of it. Because at times I'll be feeling like, whatever that thing is, it knows everything. Like everything has already happened. It know the future. It know the past. It knows what's coming. It knows everything already. Like it knows like there's nothing that it doesn't know because it's already everything
Right. But it's knowing it at the instant it also happens.
at the instant. Yeah, it's experiencing it as it's happening.
Because
So,
every moment is now. This we because we live in this time space, we perceive moments as being different. Yet, if
no
anything happens, it's
separation.
happening now. It's happening now. It's happening now. It's happening now.
Right now, it's always right now. He said no separation between self and our experience. At times, Groucho, I feel like it ain't no separation between anything.
So I'm going to read from the second Bardo. If you didn't hear, I assume that you guys probably didn't hear my audio in the first part. I'm reading from the psychedelic experience, which was given out in the 60s by Harvard professors who were dosing entheogens at university. So you go and take a university class and uh, be introduced to entheogens or psychedelics.
And wait, what is it
Uh,
called?
it's called the psychedelic experience,
All right.
written by Timothy Leary and Ralph Metzner, I believe. And it's written from the Tibetan Book of the Dead, which was also a misnomer, copied from the Kemetic or the Egyptian Book of Opening the Mouth.
Yeah.
They explain the journey in the term of bardos, Bardo. The second bardo is where the gods and the demons show up. The underlying problem of the second bardo is that any and every shape, human, divine, diabolical, heroic, evil, animal, thing, which the human brain conjures up in the past life recalls, can present itself to consciousness. The shapes and forms and sounds whirling by endlessly. The underlying solution, repeated again and again, is to realize that your brain is producing the visions. They do not exist. Nothing exists except as your consciousness gives it life.
I believe that 100%. That's right. They all illusions. Hey, hey, that's the part that got me grouchy. I said, "Dang!" Once you see it's all an illusion, you go, "Dang, it's all an illusion." But we go, "Nah, not that part. That part is real." And it's like it's real. It is, but it's an illusion at the same time. It's real in the now because it's happening right now. But I got it right here though, Exile. Wait, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can try to go into it and see if I can play some of it. I found it. A short one too. Dang, I gotta share it on what's name though. Oh, I found it. It's the psychedelic experience. Timothy Leary. It's like dang, like what's the name of it? It's like 4 hours. Explain it. Explain all this. Uh, Exile Khan said the Bardo sounded like the bar from the bar exam as a lawyer. You ain't allowed to pass the gate unless you took a bar exam and passed as a lawyer, which means you can't even speak until recognized. And yeah, Shiva said the opening of the mouth, it sounded like the correlated in a way. It sounded correlated in a way. Tell us about that, go. I don't know. That's a good one. Cause I know teach you how to swim and they don't know how to swim. They might. Oh my God, I got that.
Cook something.
I don't know. That's a good one. But some probably can. But then they probably can't. It's still gonna be in the wrong way because they really don't know because they ain't did it. But Groucho said, I work with I work with occultists involved in all kinds of stuff. I actually have a ritual working on I call opening of the cannibal mouth. What? I didn't see the self as God and the consume the self and then consume the self. Oh, all right, Con. But yeah, Groucho, he said he worked with occultists. Golly.
Yeah,
I mean,
so occultist and tantra tends to work with energy that can be perceived as outside the body. And a lot of Native American culture is like that. And then on a different side, yoga is working with the energies that are already abundant and organizing inside the body.
occult knowledge.
Now there's a mix between the two because what comes from outside comes inside, what comes from inside goes outside. So it's just an understanding of these two kind of flows.
But they try to make occult knowledge out to be bad, though. So you studying demons.
Some some occult and has been popularized and publicized as basically harmful. But these people are just working with energy in a way that benefits them.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing. We're all doing something to benefit ourselves and or others. Yeah. Now the way that we do that might not be acceptable by society, but that doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yo, Drew and Exile.
What's up,
Eric?
EB? Eric B.
All right. Hey, yeah, I got that. I was listening to that thing that you put about like Caucasians, and I have something. I'm gonna send you, Drew, and I want you to talk about this.
Okay.
It's a pretty good. It talks about the DNA though of all people. But I'm gonna send you that, and I want you to listen to it and see what you think about it.
All right, yeah, do that, Eric B. He came in. He said, "Is the Earth flat? It's flat and it's round. What you believe? It's whatever you believe it to be. It's flat and it's round. Like, you feel me? Flat Earth Dave came here and said it was flat. I said sometimes it is. This depends on the day.
I think the Earth. I mean, yeah, I think the Earth is flat and round. I mean, it's like, you know, when you go, when you in the airplane, and I mean, if you ever rode in an airplane, do you ever see any curvature while you're looking at the outside of an airplane? Because I remember because I would travel back and forth here all the time. and we get around about 40,000 feet. And when I look outside, you know, because it's nothing but ocean, right?
Yeah.
I see nothing but it's just all it's flat, but it's like it's just all plain. I mean, I mean, I think okay, in my
It's wrong.
telescope, huh?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm saying what Carl said.
Hey, true. In my telescope, all right, because you know how they say that. Okay, look, okay, you can look inside your telescope, right, and then you can see Saturn. You can see the moon. Okay, Saturn. You can see Venus and all them, and they all around.
Yeah. Slumdog said it
But
ain't no curvature when you in the airplane.
there ain't no cover. There ain't no curvature. But it's like I would think that once you get close to it, it's like all flat. But from a distance, it's like nothing but circle. It's like flat and round at the same time.
Yeah. What if it's holographic? It's just both, huh? Carl said it's flat and round. It's flound. But nah, yeah, that's a wild argument right there because you got all these people going out and doing
What?
all this scientific stuff, going it's flat. And see, the same people that will tell you you can't see the curvature of the Earth will also try to tell you that the sun goes around in the circle above us, but it looks like a straight line.
Yeah, there's many reasons why we could tell the Earth is round.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know why does it matter? I forgot.
I
It's
think
a social. It's a social. In my opinion, it's a social experiment to try to see how many people can start to think one way. Just like COVID,
Yeah.
how many people can we
yeah,
get
yeah.
to?
I mean, but okay. Hey, Exile, how about you know, the ancestors of old? They always talk about that. You know, the Earth was flat, and then you see like on the Simpsons, they show these hidden objects
More.
of the Earth is flat. Some of these movies be showing that the Earth
The
was
Royal
flat.
Field.
Different type
That's
of
still free.
people. I mean, you can watch these movies. Some movies back in the day, they always showing that the Earth was always flat.
I believe in the
So,
simulation
so
theory too.
for any flat Earther, I want to see a picture of Paris from L.A.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one right there.
I mean, if you had something that can look that far, it's just gonna curve. The site gonna curve.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's gonna
I
make
mean,
it look
okay.
flat anyway. Nah.
If you look at the moon, if you look at the moon, or if you look at Saturn, it will be basically just like, you know, if we was on the if we was on Saturn, or if we was on the moon, it'll be just like this, like, you know, all like curved, but flat at the same time.
I
Yeah,
think that's what makes it go, okay, yeah, it's got to be round because all the other planets is round. But what if
Yeah.
they ain't real, bro? What if it is just
Oh,
the simulation theory? What if all that out there is just not real? It's just Space Jam, like Lil Wayne said.
it's well, okay. Hey, true. How about okay? I would think it has to be round because our eyes are, you know how our eyes are round.
Yeah.
If our eyes are round, that everything else has to be round. What if our eyes were rectangle? Everything else has to be rectangle. The shape of our eyes, you know, probably be the shape of everything else that we see around us. I mean, like from a like from a far point of view, like, you know, our eyes around and everything else around the planets are round.
That's why I think it's Man, that's why I think like that's why I be thinking it is like holographic because it's almost like the like on that one experience where I seen the moon as being the left eye and the sun was the right eye. It was like still like the yin yang or whatever, just playing this big old trick, kind of sorta or something. I don't know, bro. That should be trippy. It's like the real flatness is space in general. If you can see from dimensional level. He said, let's see, what's the name say? He said, I had a theory that planets are higher planets of consciousness energy, which explains why gravity, time, space, and yeah, I think that it's crazy because the higher planets ain't got people on it. It's like that one person that.
Well, see that's okay right there. That's the saying that with Thoth was saying that not it wasn't Thoth, but it was like the Lords of the Cycle is saying that's within us is all time and space. So
yeah.
what we seeing inside of us is basically like a reflection.
Yeah.
That's going outward. So
yeah, that's what
you remember that time? Remember that the time true you said that all the stuff that was in back of you was getting ready to be all dark and all the sounds were getting ready to dissipate.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like saying. That's the same thing that was the Lord of the Cycle was saying. That everything behind all the stuff that was behind you was all. Oh yeah, they say all the stuff that was behind you is going to go into the darkness.
It remind me of what Kalindi said too. How he said that everything behind you it cease to exist when you're not looking at it.
Maybe for you, but that's not actually perceptual in the rest of creation.
Oh, that's just what Kalindi said. That's what
Kalindi
said.
because the moon still has an effect on the waves and the water and the earth, even though I'm not looking at the moon.
Yeah, but it do just feel like it's darkness back there. Like when you think of what's behind you, it do feel like darkness. It's nothing but darkness until you turn around and you actually see it. Because he was talking about, remember Exile? He was talking about when you walking up the street and then you see that dude, he be walking like behind you a little ways and then you go a little bit further and then you turn around, he disappear.
Ooh, what was that right there?
Like a deja vu.
Dude, hey, true, in Exile. See that's exactly what I'm saying too. Because every time I'm walking and I look back, I start to vibrate from the back. Or I walk at the same time. I'm vibrating while I'm walking from the back. I can turn around and I'm vibrating from the back. But and see, that's another thing about that too, because I could trace my steps back from where I was walking. I will start vibrating, even when I'm trying to walk back. Now, this is strange, right here. Even when I walk backwards, I start to vibrate. That's some like, stuff right there. Because
when you when you vibrating, are you like more connecting with everything, or?
Yeah, I'm more. It's like I'm connecting with everything, but I'm thinking that this vibration that I have, like when I'm going back, like when I'm going to the mountains, all right. I'm gonna use this as the example again. It's just like this vibration is the now, but at the same time, I'm thinking that you know how when people have their near-death experience and when people have their life review, that's what I'm thinking that is.
Yeah.
The life review of when I'm walking backwards is actually going now. So when I trace my steps backwards to what I'm doing right now, that's that life review that I'm actually corresponding with right now. Like, okay, say for instance, I went to the mountains, right, today. And then, I come home after I'm done with the mountain. Then I'm gonna trace myself back to where I was doing today. Right now, I'm still doing it right now. So that's like that life review that I'm experiencing when I go back. So I'm experiencing that life review as I speak right now. Because when people say they have their life review,
yeah,
because when people say they have a life, when people say they have a life review, the life review is just what you're doing at the moment.
Oh, that's kind of wild when you're like, because I've been in that position to where I seen my life just like many times, like play from beginning to end. Like, and I don't know if
Yeah,
that's a life review or what to call that because it does it so fast, and then sometimes it go past today, and you like going
oh,
like how the heck do it even know what's gonna happen in the near future or what's gonna happen in the future, and then
You
certain
mean like
points you
a
kind of
near-death
save,
experience?
huh?
that is something crazy.
Is it like
Life
that
says.
near-death experience, like when your life flashes before you and shit? Is that what you're saying?
Like
Yeah,
that, It'll be a flash though, and it'll happen fast, like at the speed of light.
Yeah, within not even a second. Like it's like, but it seems like a little bit longer to you, but it's like less than a second because it's like,
Yeah, and you just kind of live it out, and then you remember bits and pieces, and then as you go on, when you get to those points that you kind of remember, it just seems like a deja vu or something like that. It seems like like I did this before. And sometimes you can remember, it happened in that experience, but sometimes you just kind of go along with it. But I don't know. I think that's that life review. But
I don't know.
I remember Eric B one time though. Like I went in front of all the gods. Like I was in front of the elephant head god. I was in front of Shiva. I was in front of all these different gods, and every time I go in front of one, it was like like they would play my look at my life and go shake their head no, and then I go to the next one and it'll shake his head no, all the way up until I got to Anubis. And when I got to Anubis shook his head yes. And at that moment, I was able to understand like good and bad, like the ones that we even looked at as evil, things that they did that helped shape reality and keep reality the way it is. It was some people out there that had to do these things in order so life could go this way. Like they didn't, like, even when you thought they was just evil or they was doing this, in a bad way, it wasn't even no bad nature or nothing. It was something that had to be done. And it was certain people that was picked out that had to just do it in order so life can be what it is and going right now the way it is right now. It was like the weirdest thing, bro. But I could understand it fully. Fully. Like it was full, like, and it came fast. But it was like all them
hey,
other guys, they was like, nope, nope.
true though. Let me tell you something about because now, um, when I'm in the presence of Dolph, and when he's speaking, like I say this so many times, my head is always
Karma.
going like it's like what you say, like shaking no, but it's not really shaking no. What's going on is they speaking to you. So because each and every time when Thoth is talking, I'm listening to his tablets, right? I'm
Yeah.
listening to him, and at the same time as he speaks, my head moves left and right, and then he starts speaking, and then he speaks. My head moves left and right, so they're speaking to you. There's
Yeah. Yeah.
so
That's
so so what happened is it's moving left and right. And another thing that I kind of noticed that's the exact same thing with the light. It's because every time because I'm in now, I know I am very very in tune with the light now. Even I was telling the Lords of the Cycles. And even when Master Cradio was on here the other day, I was asking them, am I the master of light? They shook my head, yes.
Yeah, because everybody is. Yeah, because everybody is that.
Everybody is light, and when they did that, it's like I was like, whoa. So at the same time, because that light itself, it's the light itself, it's speaking. So when your head moves left and right, they're speaking to you.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Eric B? Like that's what I used to say. That's what I used to say about every experience. Like when I was seeing fractals or whatever I was seeing, I was like, dang, it's wild because it's always speaking to you.
Yeah,
it's all, you just never listen. You're not listening to it. You're not paying attention to what it's saying, but it's all like life is all, everything is, a fan is telling you it's a fan and what it do and how it work. Everything that you come in contact with or you see is speaking to you. You feel me? And I don't know if it's vice versa. If you putting the power in it to do whatever it do, but it's speaking and you're paying attention to it. So it's like even in all the experience I had, whether I was seeing fractal designs of these little tiny creatures or bugs or insectoid things, they were always saying something. It's not a time went by that they weren't speaking and that they weren't saying anything. And it was like, it just kind of make me think of life in general and walking through life and walking down the street and you see the trees swaying, you see the grass swaying, you see the telephone poles, you see the houses, you see the cars going by. Everything is doing something.
But you're still sitting in that same spot, like what y'all saying to me. Like I had these experiences, like where like I'll be sitting in my room and like my eyes are wide open. But I guess I go into a trance, but I see other people walking through and I can like go outside and walk through other areas and do this and do that. Then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, all of a sudden I snap out of it. I'm like, oh, holy shit, I'm in my room. How can I see all that? But I'm still seeing all of that. Then I'll go back into it for some odd reason. I'll just go, whoop.
Yeah.
And I'm just sit on my bed and it's like, and I see everything going on, like all this traffic going on, like in my house, and if I walk outside and like I'm like, and I don't even see it, but my eyes are wide open, but I'm seeing it with my eyes.
Yeah.
Hey, True. Remember?
He said Anubis, though, man. It's wild, bro, because. When we even, like, I didn't mean to cut you off, but somebody in the chat was talking about Anubis and, like, the Anubis energy is real. That's what they were saying, Eric B. But it just made me think of, of even seeing Thoth. That the Baphomet, like, some of the things I just seen, it was just like I'm going, like, how, bro? That's why I think sometimes I be going back and going over those experiences and listening to them again because it, like, kind of shed a new light on why I seen what I seen. And just having all your experiences recorded and being able to see it, it gives you a better understanding of what you're seeing and what's going on.
Yeah. Hey, okay, True. Do you remember the girl named Lucid Dreamer?
So below. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was listening to her a while back.
What's up, John?
She had like an experience too, and she said she had an experience that there was this head that was moving left and right, but I don't think she didn't know what's going on, and they told her that they need help, and she said she can't even help them because she got to try to help herself. But she was saying that these heads that she was saying it was like this visual that they were like. I don't know. They was inside their head. They was like attached to everything, but their heads was moving left and right, just the same thing like I do. And I'm like, okay, that's the reason because someone was speaking to them. Now that's the same thing when I close, I say this all the time. When I close my left and right eye at the same time, my head always moves left and right. It don't stop. So
Yeah.
most of the it always does that. It never
Yeah.
stops. It keeps on. So most of the time, it's like I'm getting this information, this constantly things is constantly. Even when I open, see, because now I have the ability to open a portal. But see, when I open the portal, it's the portal that's within myself. So I'm asking, who is this? And at the same time, it's still it could be it could be thought of the Lord of the Cycles at the same
Yeah.
time. But I'm asking because when I open my own portal, because it's within inside of ourselves.
Yes,
When you
with
open
the
the portal, I open it, and when I open the portal, I ask, "Is it night?" They say yes, or they say no. Do they? Or I ask them, "Do you know me?" Most of them always say no. They don't even. Some
Oh
of them
wow.
do. Yeah, because I asked them, "Do you
That
know me?" But they say no.
no,
They
hey,
be like,
that's
"Oh."
true, Eric B. Because when I was off the 4ACO and I seen Thoth, he was asking me like, "How you get here?" Like this is a height of consciousness that is not reached by many people. But he was like trying to figure out. He was looking at me moving in this big throne chair that he was sitting in and sitting sideways, putting his hand on the chin and like asking me like, "How'd you get here?" And I'm like,
Oh,
how'd you even get here? It's like, I don't know, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
it's like
And he was
it's
like,
like
this is
some.
like a height of consciousness or something that you reach. It was some way he was saying it. I forgot how he was saying it and explaining it to me. And I just was like still flabbergasted because I'm like going, whoa, bro. Like you wouldn't even think that these entities are real, but the space that these entities even exist in, I go, where is that at? Is that the mind, Exile?
Mind is kind of limited. You could say, if you want to put more words on it, you could say the mind of creation. But another smaller word or condensed version of that would just simply be consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, because what's inside you, what's inside, they say that
Like, give me a
there's
minute.
nothing but world. There's world. There are worlds within within inside yourself, within that time and space within you. So there's worlds and worlds within inside yourself. As you go inside yourself, I mean, because when I open the portals, I mean, the way I do it is I could just make, bam, I could just make a circle with my hands, right? Once I do that, my head is spinning left and right. So that means, boom, okay, now I know that's the portal that's open what's inside myself. So what's happening is, uh, you know, I can speak to different, you know, beings that lies within myself, and they're talking
Right.
to me at the same time. Uh, and when they're talking, I'm I can correspond back to them. But when I do, okay, now get this, Excel, get this. When I talk to them, first thing happens is I start to vibrate. I'm vibrating. Okay, now see, this is exactly how I know that I'm connected to them, because I'm in that portal, right? I open the portal within myself, and at the same time, my head is spinning left and right. It's just spinning because that portal is open. And at the same time, there's an entity. If I ask, is there anybody here right now? And the lords of the cycles or self from shake my head no or yes. And when they do, like for example, they'll shake my head yes. So what happens at the same time, my head is spinning left and right still because that my portal is still open. And if they say yes to me, then boom, there you go. Somebody's there. They're looking at me. I can't see them, but they can see me. And
Right.
when I ask them a question, now here's the part that really that I know that it's actually them, because at the same time, check this. I'm trying to get this straight for you guys. And the Lord of Shackles shakes my head. Yes, they vibrate too. So when I ask the person that's looking at me, first I say, "Hi." This is what happens when head shakes left and right. As soon as I say hi to this other being, guess what happens? My head stops shaking left, and I vibrate to that frequency of the other being that is looking at me
Right.
in that portal. That is something else. That is something else, because at the same time, my head is moving left and right, and I ask the being that's looking at me, "Can you see me?" My head is shaking left and right, and then it's the left and right stops, and then I start to vibrate up and down to that being's frequency, for he could say hi, or so,
Right.
or he could say, "Yes, I can see you." This is exactly how I know that this is actually happening with inside myself when I open the portals up, because the left and right, yeah, I can say that something is something speaking to me. But when I ask the being, "How are you doing?" or yeah, I say, "Is it nighttime there, or is it daytime there? Is the sun out there?" And they will actually, first again, here we go. I vibrate first, and they will tell me. They shake my head left and right. I mean, there's a some limited communication, because I had to get my. I mean, I'm in tune, but I just got to go in that. I just got to go inside that wormhole, that portal within inside myself, to actually see it, because they're
Yeah.
there, and all this is happening there. I mean, it's amazing, Exile, because it's like they're there, they're within myself,
Right.
and I'm asking them, "Is it daytime?" And I'm asking them, "It's nighttime," and they say, "Well, I'm using this again. Yes and no, I'm just saying, I'm asking them all kind of questions here, but it's within inside myself, and I'm asking them all this question when I open my portal, and some of them say, "Is it?" I ask them, "Is it cloudy?" And they say yes, and then say some says no. I mean, different, you know,
Yeah.
time and space of other places, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing, because I know, yeah, it's all within. And at the same, I'm amazed, because they can actually see me. They can actually see me. I asked them, "Can they see me?" First, that the left and right is you still there. That meaning that the portal is still open, and then my head, my head goes vertical, meaning that I am transforming myself to his frequency. That's okay. That's how it's
Right.
going to
Right.
his frequency, to let him know, to know for him to let me know yes or no. This is, it's cloudy. It's like it's all the light that is. You know how they talk about how light can travel. Uh, that XL, they say that light travels and stuff. That's what's going on. That's, I mean, with the up and down and left and right, that's what's actually going on when they talk about light travel. So I'm feeling this, No, because I got used to the left and right because that I mean even like right now I close my left eye and leave my right eye open. My head is still moving left and right. Close my left eye and leave my right eye open. It's still doing the same thing. Now, if I close both of my eyes and squelch my eyes, like when you had your eyes closed, but squelch them really
Yeah.
hard. Uh, uh, right there, I can feel it both. Heads just moving left and right. So at the same time, I can go inside myself and travel the world that's within inside the travel going to different places
Yeah.
within inside myself and speaking to different beings all within inside myself. It's amazing. I mean, it's like this place. It's okay. It's almost okay. Hey, it's like the dream that I was talking about. The dream. It's like that's basically what it is right there. It seems like, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would translate
My
that
bad,
as
y'all.
like
Took a minute.
we all good. Eric was telling us about his experience with going within himself and then attuning to
Yeah.
a specific frequency vibration that allows him to connect with other consciousnesses that seem separate from his body. But he's realizing he's perceiving them in a way that it is through himself, and
Yeah.
that's what I would translate that to. Is like we all got to get on the Discord to talk on the Discord. If I want to call True, I've got to dial his phone number. I can't
Yeah.
dial one number off, then I'm not going to get True. So our consciousness, each of our consciousnesses, in my experience, have our own unique frequency vibration, and so we can change or modulate that frequency to do many things.
Yeah, that's something else right there. And there's another thing too. Okay, you know how we talk about the flower of life,
Yeah.
exile and truth. You know how we talk about that. Now, that's another thing right there. That now I got a grips. I got a grip and I got a hold of now. The flower of life. I got a
Tell me
grip
about
of
it.
Now, I sure will tell you right now, and True and everybody else, I got a grip of that because that is within inside of ourselves too. Now, in the tablets of thought, he mentions about that. Once you get close to that, it gives you some within inside yourself. It gives you power. So guess what happened? It's
What's
the
that?
same. It's the same thing as of what I would say with the W. When I say the word flower, I am close to the flower with inside myself, and I'm feeling it. So when I feel it, even just speaking it out, when I feel it, I have it because I'm close. I'm close to it with inside myself, not outside, not the physical, but with inside myself. I'm close to it. So if I gravitate away from it, I'm not. But when I speak it and when I'm close to it, I have that power. The flower. When we speak of that flower of life, and when I speak that word, I'm close to it. And when that happens, it's like, how can I explain this? This is some big thing right here. This is amazing. um, when I'm close to it, it's like all can see me, all can see me, all can hear me. Just the same. It's the exact same thing as the word. of Thoth and what Thoth and the Lords of the Cycles talk about. All can see you. Everything can see you. With that flower of life, that right there, it's the same exact thing, but it's within you. That flower, man, that's powerful stuff. Because if I say that word, I can feel it, but I have the ability to revert back from it. I have that ability to revert back from it, and I have the ability to draw inside myself near it.
Oh, to pull
Near
it
it.
in.
Yeah, all it's like all of it is within. Every last bit of it is.
Like sometimes it
Everything.
be, sometimes like on the experiences, I be feeling like that flower is like almost like the pattern or the makeup of life.
Yeah.
Like life got this pattern, and it grows just as exactly like the way that flower grows. Your thoughts, your ideas, everything grows in that same way.
Right.
Yeah. But because I was wondering, because I have to tell you guys this about the word. You know how they talk about the word?
Yeah.
Even talk about the word. Dealing with the word is nothing but chaos, and then light. I mean, the word came from chaos, and then light came from fire. Now that right there that's the same exact thing, almost dealing with the flower, but with the flowers, it's how can I say this? With the flower, when I say all can see me, it's like, yeah, I'm close to that flower within inside myself. Not really, but I'm very close to it. But with the word, it is, oh, okay, with the word, I have all that power. All that power with that word. Because as I noticed, once I say that, I stop completely vibrating. I vibrate, but I don't feel it no more. Because that word is nothing but all power. All things is like the pinnacle of everything. That what the which he mentions that he says something. Then he says that the power you will have. That's what the Lords of the Cycle says about the word.
Oh.
And that word, you can use it, but you can't. It's not like you can use it here, but you can only use it with inside yourself. And it's all power of the word. That word is you have power of all things.
Of everything.
Of everything.
Have you ever thought of like like the planet, right? Exile, do the planet grow?
The planet gets wider at its equator.
Yeah, I'm almost done, son. But how?
By spinning.
It gets wider? You know
And
what?
we're actually moving away from the sun too, and also the earth, the moon is moving away from the earth.
I always felt like okay, everything that comes on that comes alive on this planet, it lives and it dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where like the body, like when the body dies, it go back to the dust, it go back to the ground. Like when you look at the sand under a microscope, it look like little seashells, like parts of like creatures of the sea. So it's like, what if the planet is living off everything that is actually living? Because we birthing, like everything is birthing something else, and it's like doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah. Life feeds upon life.
Yeah. So it's like, what if the planet is feeding on everybody and everything? That's how it grow.
Exile. You just said that word too, spinning. And that will go that goes back to within inside yourself of time and space is spinning within us.
No, if the Earth was spinning, man, it'd throw us off, Exile. It will kick us out into space.
No,
How not? That's why they say it's flat. See, that's why they say the Earth is flat.
Look,
because
we're
I'm
all
not going
just
to
a
use.
little bit rounder in the middle. We're all just a little bit bigger in the middle.
I'm not going to use the G word, but it's because of the electromagnetic force that we're actually sticking to the Earth. Now, if the Earth was, you're right. If it was so strong, I wouldn't be able to rub a balloon on my pants and stick it to some dust, and the dust jumps off the Earth and jumps to the balloon. Because for a little while, there's a stronger electromagnetic force, which we call static, that propels that or attracts it, reflects that energy in a way. That's why Terrence Howard's math is completely interesting, unpacking the flower of life in a way to where
thanks, Sheila.
we can understand how 1 + 1 can equal infinity, or 1 + 1 can equal 3, or 1 squared can equal 2. So
I think
as we go on, it seems like we're assembling from our experiences different interpretations of reality. Like Eric was talking, and some of these things have been known before, you could say by ancient times. I mean, the flower of life was atomically inscribed into the side of a temple in Egypt.
yeah.
It's one of the most ancient symbols around the world that we can point and look at. So we're just understanding how the life works around us and within it.
But what if the planet, you know how when you think of a woman and her ovaries, right? What if the planets was just eggs inside a woman's ovaries? And like we all just were the sperm trying to get inside the planet in order to make
Yeah, we spend 9 months trying to get out, and then the rest of our life
Nah,
trying to get back in.
Earth is the egg, and the asteroids are the sperms. We're just the STD.
No, we the Western eggs, because everything is, because it all kind of when it dies it
We the
goes
fungus
back
growing
to
on
the
the Earth.
planet. But then what if we trying to get in there? So one of us gonna make it, and then we gonna birth and
Facts,
start a new
facts.
galaxy.
Nah, it turns into freaking what's that one huge guy from the Marvel series?
Yeah,
Like
that's
Doomsday or something?
yeah, yeah. That was the Eternals. Remember Eternals? That was the movie right there, where that they thought they were coming for something else in the cryo, and they were actually coming to help birth the planet to turn into one of the celestial beings or whatever.
Yeah, the Eternals is an awesome movie.
Yeah, that was trippy.
Oh, Avengers Doomsday is the next Avengers movie. Never mind. I'm talking about the one where they had the giant guy Galactus. That's it.
Yeah, Galactus.
I'm gonna eat your planet.
Yeah, that was even on Transformers. On Transformers, the first cartoon Transformers movie that came out way back in the 80s. And the planet go around eating other planets. Yes, King's Chamber is where they did the opening of the mouth. We the white blood cells. We might just be.
Yeah.
What if we was just the STD? we trying to jump to another planet. You feel me? Like somebody that got crabs that's trying to just jump to another person.
Yeah, low
Like
key,
the-
human beings might be the universal species that just spreads across the entire universe. That's our purpose, is to just spread and multiply and just solidify.
like lice on South Park.
Yeah.
Or an
Or
ant
we're
colony.
actually already trapped. I feel like we're actually already trapped by the most advanced alien species already. We're like in a pocket dimension already. That's what it really is.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like it is.
I think it.
'Cause I had this one time where I fell out of my body and I was in this giant flame, and I was like, "Whoa, what the heck?" and these little beings just like started jumping into my abdomen, and I was like, no, this ain't normal. And then I just leaned back up, and my body just zipped itself back together. It was freaky.
Oh wow.
We're at a cosmic bluegrass jam. We're all just learning lick.
That's what Rigo said. One nation under a groove. Get down just for the funk of it.
No one can
Get down
stop
for the
us
funk
now.
of it.
Men in Black, the ending. Hey, wait, what scene in Men in Black? Where they open up the locker.
At the end where the first one where there's a bunch of extraterrestrials playing with marbles.
Yeah,
And
it's,
it's
yeah. Hey, you
That's
know
when
what? You know what?
What?
That's what tripped me out because you know, having that experience to where it seemed like, you know, like we talk about Lemuria, Atlantis, and all these different places, and then it was showing me that those places existed still, but they were like in the microcosm, like the microcosm and under a rock somewhere.
Yeah, that's what Kalindi was talking about, and that's like the idea or the theory, the experience of the multiverse.
Hey,
Damn.
True, check this out. Hey, but check this out. And Exile. Now that's another thing too, because when I was explaining that all these worlds are within you.
What's up,
Now
Judah Rising?
I'm looking at the moon,
Hey, Savvy.
and I'm looking at all other like Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and everything, and I'm vibrating with these planets. So I'm like, how can I get there? The only way to get there is you got to go inside yourself to get there.
Yeah.
That's how can
Didn't they explain that? Didn't talk like kind of explain that in the Emerald tablets?
he's exactly that's
He
exactly how
explained
it. Because I'm looking at it. Actually, even the
hole
sun
in the
itself.
bag.
I mean, it's like that's the same exact thing when I'm conjuring, like when I open my portal up within inside myself to talk to these other beings within me. So that's what I'm saying. How can Bud Aldrin and all these astronauts go to the moon? The only way you can get to the moon is go inside yourself. Now that's something else too.
Yeah.
So when you go inside yourself, this is how we came here to this existence. By going inside of ourselves, coming here.
Yeah.
Now to come inside, to go to other places, you got to go inside yourself.
That's what
To get
Exile
to that-
say. The outside world is the inside world pushed out, right?
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, it comes to a technological or a group social kind of experiment when we want to bring a craft other places through that. Now, because craft are operating in a technological sense, we haven't really realized the organic side of things yet. Once, and it's been said before, once science starts to look at consciousness as a facet of their equation, they're going to make more bounds and make more progress than they have done in the last 100 years.
yeah.
Because we've looked for consciousness inside the body as, where does it originate? But this thing is just we're bathing in the streams of consciousness, like Nabi said, I think it was.
Phil, swimming in the ocean of consciousness.
Yeah. So, the rock, the tree, the air, all these things are different, you could say, levels of consciousness that Anubis, Thoth, God, demons, angels are just different levels, different, colors of the spectrum.
Hey, has anybody seen Star Trek Discovery?
Nah, not that I recall.
So look, so my man's grandpa, he a Mason, whatever, but he told him like, hey, watch Star Trek because they've been dropping some shit. because it's like it dropped 2017. The last season just came out 2024. So look, in the Star Trek, they got a grow room of mushrooms in the bottom of the spaceship that's helping them travel to different dimensions with the mycelium network. Then they got a chamber. They got a chamber where the people get in there and they pour a whole bunch of spores in there, and the humans kind of like help the mycelium network flow, and that's how they,
Oh wow.
you know, bro. When I tell you that shit is so lit, I'm like, that's what Kalindi was talking about, bro. Like whoever wrote that show, you feel me?
Yeah.
They had to hear Kalindi, bro, because that's exactly what we do when we intergalactically travel off the high dose. That shit lit, man.
Yeah, they
You know-
just got a dope team. They got a dope team too that study everything. But
Now,
I don't
that-
mean to
that's
cut y'all
something
off,
else.
but I gotta go because I gotta go and watch anime with my son, and I gotta go to work early, so I gotta get up out of here. Or I'm gonna just keep talking.
All right, then,
Yeah,
I
all right.
appreciate you.
that's something else because about the
Wait, and which episode was that though on Star Trek?
It starts like the first or second episode because it's like one of the main parts of the whole show because that's how they travel through the galaxy. It's through the mycelium with the mushroom.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go check that out.
Wow.
But all right, y'all. All right.
All right, then.
All right.
In a minute.
And then all right, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you know, the Discord be open for everybody. It's just not, you know, a certain people in there. So like when we live, all you gotta do is request, share the Discord.